Welcome back, investors, to Tony Talk Insight tonight at 9. And I haven't done one of these in weeks. But guess what? Happy holidays, investors. I never thought that I would be having this conversation with you regarding the Cleveland Browns and the Shedeur situation and Judkins getting hurt and how the Cleveland media has changed the narratives, how Kevin Stefanski is still going out of his way to sabotage Shedeur. And of course, I'm disturbed. I'm confused. Just imagine all the other players that probably got treated this way before Shedeur even came into the picture. It's funny how things are exposed. And a lot of people still may be thinking that this is just a one-off situation, or this is possibly a unique situation. But what if other players have been treated like this? And if you're not used to Tony Talk's Vested Insight to 9, this is all we do on this segment. There are no videos, there are no clips. We're just having real conversations. So before Shedeur, who did we miss? What other player got treated like this? What other player got abused? What other player got mistreated that we don't know about? Was it one of those players who had mental issues and took it upon themselves to remove themselves from this world? We really don't know what's been going on in the NFL all of these years. If you're like myself, before this year, I was just a very casual fan. Once the game went off TV, that was it until the next following Sunday. But we have come to realize that these NFL players, from Sunday to Sunday, every 24 hours, it's more than a game to them. What we see on that field on Sunday is maybe only 1% of what the NFL truly is. It's just really hard to accept that players are still intentionally getting others players hurt. I know you heard the news that it was a Cleveland Browns player, the one that stood over Shedeur and injured his fingers on purpose. Still got some more of that to dig into. But I wouldn't put it past him. We saw what the O-line was doing 2 and 3 weeks ago. We saw that. We saw 72, 74 flopping on the ground, not blocking for him. Quinshawn Judkins getting hurt weeks ago, like when they were playing the Titans. I think that's when it came out, when they were playing the Titans. Jimmy Haslam, Kevin Stefanski, all of this, all of the injuries falls on your shoulders and your responsibility. After Shedeur started as QB1 after the Ravens game, Kevin Stefanski supposedly had handed the play calling reins to Tommy Rees. But we found out 2 weeks after that Kevin Stefanski stated that he is the one that's still calling the plays. Y'all remember? And the Cleveland Browns could have won that game against the Titans, but Kevin Stefanski called it upon himself to pull out Shedeur in the last 2 minutes of the game and had Judkins attempt to run that failed wildcat play in the end zone. Kevin Stefanski said he took responsibility of all that play calling, and he's responsible for all plays. So Kevin Stefanski, if you take responsibility for all of the plays, successful or not, you definitely will take responsibilities for the injuries that happened yesterday as head coach. You are still allowing those players such as Cam Robinson to go on that field, not block, don't protect the quarterback. Now we can say don't even protect the running back. Yeah, even though Quinshawn Judkins didn't get injured in a play where the O-line was susceptible, it still was going on all games. Maybe Quinshawn Judkins was running that way because he knew he had to, because that O-line was not standing up the way that they should have. The O-line has been exposed. It was exposed weeks ago with other players. It now is exposed with second stringers, third stringers. And Cam Robinson, I meant what I said, young man. Come to find out, you're not even a rookie. You have 9 years experience in the NFL, and you playing like this. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt, thinking that you was under pressure because you was a rookie and you was trying to do what they say in order to keep your coins coming in, but that's not the case. You have 9 years experience in the NFL, including on the Baltimore Ravens. So you know what you're doing. You are 6'6", 335-pound player. And that video clip of you going around last week being handled by Chicago Bears number 93, I looked up that player. That player is roughly 6'3", 6'4", only 259 pounds. So with your big body frame, was falling into Shedeur with 335 pounds, Cam Robinson. 335 pounds. Falling into Shedeur Sanders' body. Shedeur Sanders only weigh about 210, 215 pounds. So Cam Robinson, you have been throwing a lot of bows. Cam Robinson, you really have been dropping a lot of pounds into Shedeur Sanders' body frame. And that player that stepped on Shedeur Sanders' fingers on purpose, yeah, we saw the clip. My girl Nola from New Orleans, she put out a video 2 o'clock this morning, still disturbed. And I think she found out who that player was. I never heard of him. But make sure you go into What She Said Sports channel and you check out that video that she posted roughly about a little under 24 hours ago. And she recently just posted that we think that player that stepped on Shedeur's fingers and ripped off his fingernail, that player name was Whiteheart, number 86, if research is correct. But we're going to be doing some more digging into that. But I never thought, I really just thought the sabotage was just going to end with the media. But as you see, it's just gotten worse. The media has let up because they know now they can't paint the picture and we're not believing their narratives. But now, sabotage has gotten physical. It's getting more dangerous now. Shedeur Sanders and all the rookies on the team only have 2 more games. And as you know, if you've been following my videos, the last 2 weeks, I've been praying for all of those players' safety. Because as you can see, none of those players have superpowers. And they believing in each other as teammates. Shedeur Sanders, Quinshawn Judkins, Fannin, Isaiah Bond, and all the other rookies on the team. They really don't have to worry about the opponent. They have to worry about their own team members, such as a Jerry Jeudy, such as the O-line. The NFL. We thought it was just a sport. They said the NFL classified itself as an entertainment business. When our sons, our brothers, our cousins, potentially some kids' father is getting injured like this on purpose, guess who has to take care of Quinshawn Judkins until he fully recovers? Quinshawn Judkins, as far as I know of, he's not married. He doesn't have a significant other. But you know that's going to fall on the shoulders of his mother and his family. all because the NFL, all because Kevin Stefanski, all because Jimmy Haslam, all because Andrew Berry didn't put that O-line to the side and say, hey, if you fail this one more time, you're going to get cut. Or they didn't say after that Chicago Bears game, you have one more time, or this is your warning shot. Never perform like that on an NFL team. That Chicago Bears game was a warning shot. Jimmy Haslam, Kevin Stefanski, Andrew Berry should have pulled that O-line to the side and said, hey, we don't want to see that no more. Quinshon Judkins never would have got hurt. Shedeur never would have got hurt intentionally. When that O-line member stepped on his fingers. Can't you imagine 335 pounds being applied to your fingers and your fingernail is getting ripped off by your own team member? Why Kevin Stefanski and Tony Grossi and ESPN Cleveland, which I don't know, I don't watch them no more, or last night in the post-game conference, why they didn't ask who was that team member that stepped on Shedeur Sanders' finger? Why is that not even a conversation? See, Vesters, we are learning a very important lesson in this moment here. I'm going to say multiple lessons. But one main lesson that we have learned in following this Shedeur Sanders saga, the NFL is not all football. It is not all games. It is definitely brutal. But that brutality comes from the opponent and with inside your squad. So Shedeur Sanders and all the rookies on that team, protect yourself. And all the running backs that will be taking Quinshon Judkins' place in the next two games, watch yourself. Because if Andrew Berry, Jimmy Haslam, Kevin Stefanski, most definitely, if they don't change those O-line members and put pressure on them to perform better, I hate to say this, but it's going to be more injuries. And it could be even worse. So Vesters, make sure you stay prayed up, cover yourself, 365 degrees. If you are a praying person, every time you see those players on that field every Sunday, doesn't matter what team they're on, make sure you cover them in prayer. Because we have seen some brutal injuries this year. Judkins was just the latest. Didn't see Tyreek Hill's injury in week 3 or 4 of this year. That was a sight I wouldn't want to say. That's a sight I don't even want to think about. And just to know that Judkins, dislocated ankle, the fibula bone is broken. He has a long way to recover. So to his mother and to his family and to Quinshon Judkins, speedy recovery. And we hope that you heal fast, but take your time because the NFL is not going anywhere. So take your recovery serious. All right, Vesters, so until next time, make sure you get your notes, your drink, and your vest because we vested up today. All right, Vesters. I told you I was coming back for this Tony Talk Insight tonight at 9. So I hope you sleep well tonight. Be safe out there. We are going into the holidays. So be safe and always think positivity. So I'll talk to you later, Vesters. Our prayers are with you, Quinshon Judkins. Our prayers are with you.